This is going to be an analysis of Ozone's matches. Let me see when he played these. So these were at the weeklies that he regularly attends. So this was actually this weekend. So let me see what he did. I think he got 7th here.
Daybreak versus Ozone.
So he's been saying that yesterday. He said he was struggling with Cloud so much that he was considering picking up the secondary. But let's kind of break down and see what exactly he's doing. So Cloud is the one character that is one of those characters besides Bayonetta that forces you to play their game no matter what. So jumping around like that is actually going to be pretty bad for you. The biggest thing that you need to tell yourself is that he's going to get limit, so don't even like remotely freak out if he starts limit camping you. Just find different ways to set up, and then once he has limit, that's when you should really think that the game's going to begin.
Right.
Actually, I should be watching more. So when he starts limit camping, once he finally gets limit the first time, I'd say that's when the game really begins, because, you know, you're going to try to force him off stage, you're going to try to force him to burn that limit, because once you get that train rolling, then it's like he's not really have time to get it back ever since. So don't even focus on the limit camping. What you want to do is when you see him actually trying to do that, set up. He's making the job easier for you, so then that way you can force him into just these kind of awkward situations. So first off, immediately start off with a gunman. Not a bad option ever.
So good at, not caring about
so the other thing I'm noticing right now, there's like not really too much. There wasn't any can right there, but now he's finally got one out.
But if you approach Cloud, he could just stop.
The main thing is that he keeps pushing it to the ledge over here, and he's going in one direction. He's not thinking about playing around it, playing near it, trying to bounce it back and forth, which might give Daybreak a harder time to adjust to. So, for example, when we get here,
because Cloud is just so good at
throw that out, didn't punish
not caring
that.
about can.
So he's got the can out there. I think he tries to.
Yeah,
he doesn't try to back air it. So we've got Cloud over here. We have the can right here. You definitely need to change the direction of it. So let's for the grab first. The other thing too is you have to remember that dare auto cancels, so there is no reason to go for a grab right there. If anything, he could just punish you for doing that. So when you see him like up in the air with a dare, if you're not and you see him drifting away, if you're not near him, don't even bother. Just go for like a gunman or something. Like try to punish him. Try to give him something that will punish him or force him to choose an option when he lands.
He just gets a free limit and. But if you do
okay, like that back air was completely unsafe. At that point, I would just hold shield because if he grabs me, he's not going to really be able to do too much. You only get mileage if you like roll. So let's see, punishes your
approach
roll
Cloud, he could just stuff you out with all those disjoints.
Yeah. I wouldn't say disjoints are the end all be all.
Okay, yeah. The other thing too is you're starting to throw out too many clay pitches. It looks like you're just panicking, so be careful about that.
Right.
Oh my god, that was a nice
grab, toss him off, throw the can out. Ooh, okay, that was on you. You were getting really greedy with that smash attack. And remember, don't go for the smash attacks until they're like at death %, or if you're going for down smash at the ledge. Down smash at the ledge is the only one that I can actually approve of, just because you just set them at that awkward angle that can kill nicely, or if you're just covering a landing with F smash. Even then, I feel like at low percents, it's better just grab or F tilt. There you'd want to get an up tilt, because if you get an up tilt there, you'll be able to combo that into another up tilt, which would lead into 2 up airs. And then if you resetted the can during that whole thing, then you'd be able to get the air dodge read with the can as well. So always think about those options there. Let's see.
I wanted to try and catch the landing with the up smash, but just missed the timing. So, and this is where Ozone wants to be. He wants to have the can in. He just wants to have the can.
Oh, okay, that was really bad. Make sure that you land after that up air, because if you go for that second up air there, now you're without a jump, and he could have grabbed you, and as you saw, just up air you. Now you're in this really bad juggle situation. So make sure you watch your pressure. You have to think about applying safe pressure than just pressure. If you're not applying safe pressure, then you can get the situation turned around like that. Think about it like in Street Fighter, as like if you, let's say you're just like, you're doing safe jabs, but then you start throwing out just like unsafe moves on them. No, of course you're gonna get punished. So always be aware of what type of moves you're throwing out there.
He wants to see how
good landing,
his opponent
though.
will react to it, whether it be roll, jump, that kind of stuff, or maybe just run through it.
Yeah.
You're getting a little bit too. You're getting a little bit too. You're getting too preemptive there. Make sure you're staying and watching your opponent more, especially when they're in limit, because like right there you ran up and then you canned. If you toss him away and then you hit can immediately, then that's one thing, but you waited before you did it, so Cloud had time to just like get around you and punish you. So if you want to go for a can setup after a throw, just immediately send it out and then know where you want to be as the dog, and just pay attention to your opponent's positioning. It's always better when your opponent's able to react. It's always good to give yourself that position where you're able to react as well. Because if you throw out a projectile, you're committed to that for at least 40 frames. So easy punish if they're in that burst range.
Much.
Oh, missing a very easy gimp on. Ooh, that could have been a.
Oh, and the can actually breaking him away from.
Careful with the air dodging
limit.
at that point. He might catch on to that.
Glass slash
So far they've been
saving
good.
him.
That was nice.
Very nice.
Frame 1 can is
That was also a good idea.
yeah, it's an option.
It's an option. I mean, it works.
Yeah, Daybreak almost has.
So there's all these times where he's trying to limit camp you, but I don't see you
you
setting up a gunman with the can.
Just because
Like, gunman's so important when he's like giving you the space, just because you just severely limit what he's able to do.
And there was another trap.
Oh,
right there.
okay, that was just
Oh,
unfortunate. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Daybreak.
thought the can was far
Daybreak
away enough for me
knowing.
too.
Ozone wanted air dodge first. No, Ozone wanted to wait for the air dodge, but.
But one thing you need to
Ozone
pay
kinda
attention
panicked
to
and
now
air
is
dodged
now that
first,
you
and
know that
gave
he likes to
Daybreak a
swing
free,
first, just
back into
attack,
the
just straight up
face,
attack
and-
him when you get into a situation
That
like
was
that.
interesting.
The can came out, but it only hit Ozone. Yeah, what happened there was Ozone was at a higher percent and a high enough percent than Daybreak that when they both got hit by the can, Ozone went flying farther than Daybreak, and he
Oh my gosh.
okay.
Okay,
That
that was a
can
good can
is a
save.
lifesaver.
Oh,
Oh, okay, you could have
Forcing
fared
the-
him.
Not able
You
to
would've survived
capitalize on
too.
the recovery there.
oh.
If you hit him with fair, he was dead,
Missing a punish there, and
and that's on safe. Yeah,
Yeah,
there you
out of
go.
shield up smash.
that's interesting because if Daybreak had kept going, he would have.
And not enough of us to really do up
Yeah,
smash out of
he
shield
kind of
like
hesitated.
that.
He probably wanted to. He was probably like, okay, I conditioned him to sealed. I can go for a grab now, but.
Yeah,
Ozone had other
honestly,
plans.
at this part right here,
Hit Ozone.
Yeah.
when you throw out the gunman, you should just let the gunman hit the can, so that way it'll probably, and your can will probably end up somewhere here. So then that way you can try to cover, you can at least shield on top of it, so if he tries to go into you, you'll be able to punish him. Oh fuck, can you? Oh, you can't see my mouse, hold up. Let me change that. Hold up, I gotta change that quickly. There we go. Yeah. So yeah, let your gunman hit the can, so then that way your can will probably end up somewhere here, and then you can just shield right here, and then if he tries to go aggressive against you, you have instant coverage right there.
He kind of hesitated. He probably.
Yeah. So in this case, he did go for the blade beam. So, I think if he shielded in front of it, he still would have been good. Because yeah, right after that, he went for an out of shield nair. So if you did a shield can, and like of course that blade beam didn't hit the can, then you would have been able to ping the can and just blow him up.
Probably like, okay, I conditioned him to sealed. I can go for a grab now, but Ozone had other plans.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, no, I'm just gonna hit you with a out of shield up smash.
Ooh, that was interesting.
Oh my.
Oh, okay, yeah.
gosh. And
Yeah, he just waited for you at that
no.
point.
Not take it. Wow.
Good DI there from.
You're air dodging every single time. Make sure you throw out an aerial, like throw out a nair, nair and then fast fall, because that way you might be able to stuff him out before he hits you with up air.
Oh, that
Force
was
it.
Oh, that
Forcing
was
the
hot.
limit.
That was sick,
Nice job there
actually.
from Ozone. Gives him a little
You
bit
should
more.
have, if you do that ever again, just for future reference. Let's see.
Good DI there from Ozone there.
Yeah, but a moment ago when Daybreak just hit him with the first hit of cross slash, he knew Ozone was going to have to regrab.
Okay, this is where you dare. If you dare right here, you do a jump check, and
Force-
that
forcing
might be
the
able to
limit.
catch that up B.
Nice job there from Ozone. Gives him a
Either
little
way,
bit
if you
more
like
time to
splat
try
there,
and crawl his way back into this.
I guess in that
Good
case he
job
could have
so
up aired
far.
you, and you would have. I think he would have died, but I think it's stale, and he didn't have enough rage.
Now
Yeah, it wouldn't have killed, so I would have done it.
Yeah.
Because if
That's
you hit it,
something
he's
Daybreak's
dead.
got to be careful about. He does tend to get antsy at times with his cloud. You know, he'll throw out the cross slash. He'll just throw it out most times. He'll try and go
Take
for
good
reach like
patience.
that. And
Oh, yeah.
the cross slash.
I appreciate it, but yeah, no, at that point, unfortunately, he has the invincibility too. So you have to keep that range in mind. So overall, he made the right. You didn't make a bad call, but he just made a better call.
Yeah, that starting
not
invincibility really hurt Ozone there, because that definitely would have killed, but
Okay, so I'm only going to be able to do this one, and then I have to go
What's up, bro?
pick up somebody from an airport, so I'll try to get to them later
So,
tonight.
Now we're gonna go into game 2. Immediate run back, and Glacy just killed Joku off the top.
Oh my.
Yeah.
All
I see.
right.
Okay,
Shout out
dash
to Glacy
attack.
for doing cool stuff.
Good start.
Anyway, back to this
Okay,
match.
good that you caught the air dodge landing.
So
That's exactly what you need to do.
Also,
Just play
hopefully
back.
Dakota will
Keep him at that
help him
ledge.
score.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay, you fucked up. Okay. So like this part, yeah,
So-
this is exactly what you need to be
Also,
doing. Keeping him
hopefully-
there. This up air, positionally, there's no reason for you to up air there. You only up air if you're in this zone here, because if they jump, they're always going to jump in towards you, and then that's where you catch them. If you're trying to bait an aerial out of him, that makes sense, but like honestly, if you just look at that zone, that was not the area to do it. But it looks like you're
So-
trying to bait him into a fair.
Also, hopefully,
The issue is you fast fell it, so the
Total
full
will
range didn't come out. So
update
you had to
the
just
score
make
for
sure you
us.
didn't do that. And I think you
yeah,
actually
that'd be
would've hit him.
nice, you know, because this is game 2, and I don't think 0 + 0 equals 1.
Okay, fair. Oh yeah, that's not guaranteed. That if you hit with the sweet spot of fair, don't expect if you've always gone the grab on them, don't expect it to work all the time, because that is not guaranteed at all. So if you start spot dodging, just mix it up and throw in a clay pigeon instead, because you'll catch them.
I don't
So
think that's how
an
it
important
works.
mix up to keep in mind if you start spot dodging all your grab attempts after fair.
Anyway, Ozone is doing a better job. Was doing a better job of keeping the center stage. You know, forcing Daybreak to approach, but Dave,
Ooh, okay, you got shield poked by your own can. That's unfortunate.
Cloud, especially when you're that close to the edge.
He was lucky. He was able to cross it
everything.
during his intangibility. So when he hit it back, that's why it didn't explode on you.
Plus, when
I would have
you
kept mashing B
really
even
close
more to see if you
cross
could ping it
dash,
back on
hit
yourself,
him-
but
hit
that
the
would
can
have been rough.
away from Cloud, so that there was no chance of him getting interrupted.
That was a good
Right.
setup at least, but
Oh, lofty jump.
yeah, unfortunately, it's just we don't have many active frames, so it's kind of hard to hit.
situation where maybe you can catch a landing, but no, that aerial drift
Okay,
just makes
back
it so hard
throw.
to catch Cloud sometimes.
Yeah,
Okay,
Cloud
good
has
nair.
ridiculous horizontal airspeed.
All right, yeah. You had to. Let me see. Could you have gotten
That
it?
aerial drift just makes it so hard to catch Cloud sometimes.
Yeah, Cloud has ridiculous horizontal airspeed.
Yeah, you would have had to. Oops. You would have had to stick it out over here a little bit longer. You would have been able to tap him, and he would have been dead.
I don't want to say he's the highest. Jay Huff is the highest, I'm pretty sure. But
Yeah.
in terms of that. Yep.
Oh.
He died, but it was so worth it because
Yeah, you got
Ozone
untechable
missed
there,
his
so
head.
there's not much
Yeah,
you can do.
he was-
I mean, overall, you didn't play. The only reasons why you actually died here was just because you got greedy. It's not really the matchup. It was more of just you overextended. So it's not really Duck Hunt that was the issue there. It was just more of you trying to get more than you really could have out of those situations. There are just some better things that you could do as well. Just keeping track of that positioning, and then just knowing the burst range is a little bit of an issue for you, but not too much. It's just sometimes you're throwing out projectiles a little bit too close. So make sure you hold off on that a little bit, and then you when he's camping you, that's when you throw it out if he's far away. Can's most important, but don't forget your gunmans. There's like a lack of gunmen in moments where you could have thrown one out, where he would either be forced to shield or jump, and I know you would have been able to capitalize on that very, very well because you're very good at doing that. But yeah, so I'll get back to these later on tonight. At least I'll try to. But until then, I will stop recording it now, and then